Batteries fully charged. Launch ready for AEW Spark in 3, 2, 1. All Elite Wrestling discussion is live. Cue host Owen Finch.
Okay. Welcome back to the Spark. But I wanted to. So, I got two things. One of them is that I remember back in Job Corps, right? So, this is a true story. Back in Job Corps, I was doing the brick trade, which means I lay brick. And there was a certification, right, that I got, but I don't think I actually got it officially because I was sent home due to my mental health. So when I got this certification, right,
Okay.
it's called the chainsaw certification. When I heard about it, when I got it, the first thing I thought was the Chainsaw Massacre. I'm gonna go crazy into some bitch.
Oh no! Yep.
Let's go. I'm about to be Chainsaw Charlie into some bitch, bro.
Yeah. Or Leatherface. Or Leatherface.
Oh, Leatherface, baby. But like, so I was talking about throwing a brick, right? So what had happened was I wasn't really gonna throw it at somebody. I kind of threatened somebody with a brick.
Oh, what are you doing, Zero? I might get you in trouble.
I was threatening my friends with a brick, bro. I was like, shut the fuck up before I hit you, this son bitch. But yeah. But the other thing is this, alright? So, due to the fact we have 4 shows to actually review, I have to say this. I have watched Rampage.
Whoa! That's a shock.
For one match, nigga.
Yeah, there was I think they knew you were gonna watch too, because they put that shit in the opener. I bet when it opened, you're like,
right? They put it in the opener. I saw the whole match and I cut it off afterwards. I did not care. Well, I kind of skimmed on a bit, but I just lost interest, so I cut it off and just watched the match. So yeah, but I have found another promotion that I about to get into. It's based in Canada. It's called Smash Wrestling.
I've heard of it.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, they got some really good talent. But like, I was gonna watch, what's it called? ECCW, which is another Canadian-based promotion, but they haven't done a new show since 2020.
Oh,
I'm mad about that.
Yeah, because
I was so mad because of the fucking pandemic. Fucked it up, bruh. Did you know ECCW had talent like El Fantasmo?
Okay.
He came from that promotion.
Yep. I know that they talk. Yeah.
Like, it was, bro. It's fucking crazy, dog.
I know. Yeah. The pandemic killed all the things we love. So
the pandemic killed. You know what? I kind of want to look back on the pandemic, right?
Okay.
So the pandemic was an interesting time.
It was.
Because like they literally when wrestling during the pandemic was fucking interesting. Like, it was really interesting because it's like we had like most of the shows was just canceled.
Yeah.
The rest of the fucking year, called like a few months, and the only shows that was still going on at the time, talking about American base, to be more, yeah, they had it was AEW and WWE. WWE then had no fucking crowd. It was some struggling times, bro.
It really was, yeah.
They looked like the indies for a good chunk of the year.
Actually, Impact actually forgot. Impact was still going on too. Actually, don't forget.
That was still going on.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't really by the time I wasn't watching Impact at the time.
Yeah.
Because I just kind of gave up on them. I was like, fuck it. But WWE looked like an indie promotion. It was in a small arena, which is the performance, which is the performance center.
Yep.
But it looked like an indie. It was funny as shit. Then they had the Thunderdome. They was experimenting. I'd never seen a promotion experiment in my life. Motherfucker was teleporting.
I know, yeah. It really was.
Motherfucker set somebody on fire. I'm like, what the fuck? They was fighting inside the building of the office. I was like, what are these niggas doing? But back to the now let's step away from the wild traumatic side of the WWE. Let's go to AEW. Matt Hardy teleported.
He did.
When I saw that, I lost my fuck. I was laughing like I was like, oh my god, it's like jump cuts. It was funny as shit.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, like I'll just say this, like WWE, this professional wrestling, just life was just so interesting during the pandemic. It was wild.
And like, but apparently, ECCW is gonna come back, but I don't know when. I'm just like, bro, I'm about to cry because that was a promotion I was really, really interested in, wanting to get into. But yeah, so anyways, one more thing before we actually go on the show. TNA is coming back.
I'm excited about that.
I'm excited about that too. But let's hold our horses. They're not going to bring back the six-sided ring. I get it because it's hard to bump on that son bitch.
Yeah.
I don't know how AAA does it, but they need to take some shit from AAA to bring into the company to have a better six-sided ring.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or what they could do, they used to do this. I think they started it to 2011 or 2012. In every Destination X pay-per-view, right? It's going to be to six-sided ring.
I like that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I like that a lot because it brings back that X Division vibes. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, so I think that's enough of me yapping. So let's get into the real shit that's going on within week whatever.
I forgot. Let me think. I think it's week 42. I know it because it's the same. Because I just did WWE. I always do WWE Aftershock first, and it's all, whatever week Aftershock is. It's the same week as Spoke. So so it's week 42. I mean, obviously, if it's not week 42, obviously you're just gonna see it in the title. But I think it's week 42. But I could be wrong. But yeah. We had a pretty easy week on week 41 though. We only I think you only had to cover really one show. I had to cover two shows, but it was a nice easy week. We got the show done in like really an hour and a half without bullshit.
It was an easy week. Now they want to last week was so easy.
Yeah.
But now it make me want to suffer.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna do 2 shows? Fine. Next week, 4. What?
I know. It's just well, to be fair, one of the shows we covered on the crossover episode of because that was when we went up against NXT, so that's why we only had to do 2. Yeah.
Now 4. No.
I know, yeah. And I watched
in the corner.
I missed Dynamite last week because I was upset about my phone not working. I was trying all day to get it to work, and I was just so emotionally drained. I'm like, I'll just watch Dynamite another day. So I think I watched Dynamite like the next day. And then I watched Rampage, then I watched Collision, and then I watched Battle of the Belts 8 in the span of 3 hours. So I spent 3 hours watching pretty much all AEW content.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I still had to watch Level Up and the SmackDown Lowdown for Aftershock, but I was so drained after Battle of the Belts. I'm like, yeah, I'll just watch it tomorrow, and that's exactly what I did. So,
damn. So, my trusty source is Cage Match because Cage Match brings me the audience like vibe.
right.
So, fuck it. Dynamite had by the voted audience. Okay, so this is out of 10. Dynamite scored a 7.56 out of 10.
I can see that.
A Rampage. Hold up. Okay, Rampage scored a 6.27.
Okay.
Collision scored a 7.15, and Battle of the Belts 8 scored a 4.86.
Yeah, I can see that. We'll get to that. We'll get to
Useless ass.
We'll get to all that stuff, but let's start with Dynamite. The commentary team was Taz, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. It kicked right off with Penta El Zero Miedo versus Jay White. Penta El Zero Miedo was accompanied by Alex Apuentes. Yeah, this was just a very good back and forth match. Before the match started, Penta El Zero Miedo tried to do a flip dive, and he was intended to hit Jay White, but luckily Jay White moved out of the way, and he ended up hitting the rest of the members of Bullet Club Gold, and he just starts attacking Jay White on the outside. He throws him ribs first into the steel steps, and then the match officially starts. And he hits immediately like a code red onto Jay White, and Jay White kicks out of it. Jay White eventually hits a jawbreaker, and he attacks Penta El Zero Miedo on the floor. He hits a really good DDT onto the apron onto Penta El Zero Miedo, so that was awesome. And then, yeah, he attacks him on the outside. The only one of Bullet Club Gold that wasn't accompanying Jay White was Juice Robinson because he had to get ready for the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal, so it was just the guns that were out there. And they tried to take cheap shots, and some of them they were successful, some of them they were not. And eventually Penta El Zero Miedo does his comeback, but he gets cut off eventually, and Jay White beats him with the Blade Runner, and Jay White beats Penta El Zero Miedo, and that was pretty much the match. Afterwards, Jay White gets on the mic pretty much, and he gloats about the fact that, MJF hasn't done anything about the fact that, Jay White has his title, even though Jay White's given many opportunities to go after his title. He's even offered that 8-man tag, but MJF really, truly doesn't care about it. So he says that he's going to beat MJF at Full Gear and officially become the new AEW World Champion. And he talks about how Juice Robinson's going to win the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal and take the win from MJF, and they're just going to slowly take everything from MJF. So, yeah, really good stuff here. I thought both competitors looked very strong, and I liked Jay White's promo afterwards. So, all of this was like a thumbs up. How did you feel about this? How did you feel with how Penta El Zero Miedo did in this match, and Jay White's promo afterwards and everything?
Why? So, okay, Penta doing Penta things, which I'm always like, which I always enjoy.
Yeah,
Because I do like my boy Penta, but like I wish he comes back as Penta Oscuro because I felt like that would have went so far, but they don't want to do it, so fuck them for that shit. Shit. So, one thing I would say is that the match was good. I didn't really pay attention a lot.
That's fair.
The thing is, I already know. I already knew Jay White's going to win. The writing was on the wall the whole time, so I'm like, whatever.
That's fair.
But the post promo, pretty interesting. I just wish. I still. Was this the same show that? Because I remember,
the same show that what? Because you cut out for a second.
Okay, wasn't this the same show where the devil shows up?
That's Collision.
Okay, because it feels the same thing.
Yeah, no, it's Collision.
But yeah, there's a lot of. This was a simple promo, guns up, and I'm just curious. When are we going to get the reveal of the attackers? Because I'm a bit speculating that it could be Kyle O'Reilly under there.
Right.
Either Kyle O'Reilly or somebody else. Some people said it's probably David Finlay, which, to be honest, I wouldn't mind because it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, David Finlay's currently in Japan. Yes, I know that. But it will make sense because of the story. Jay White's still using the Bullet Club name, even though he got kicked out of Bullet Club. So why not go after him? And maybe have Jay White beat David Finlay because I'm biased like that.
Not just beat David Finlay. It's like they put up their stakes on Bullet Club, and Bullet Club Gold just becomes the new Bullet Club and all that type of stuff.
And then they have fucking Bad Luck probably like, what the fuck you're doing, bro?
Yeah. I still kind of don't know like what's going on too, like when it comes to that type of thing.
This might be a civil war, apparently.
Yeah. And I don't know like whose side people would take.
Who started it though?
What, Bullet Club?
No. Wanna know who started the fucking civil war?
Who's
that's actually coming soon.
Who's that?
You wanna know who?
Who?
David Finlay.
Yeah, he did.
Because he's the main one talking that mad shit, bruh. He said whoever's wearing Bullet Club somewhere else, they are posers. I'm like, all right, bro.
When they
you get your ass whooped by people from WWE, AEW, New Japan, Tamashi, bruh. You're gonna get your ass whooped if you keep talking all this shit.
And Impact, because we still don't even know, like...
Oh, yeah, ABC.
Yeah, I don't even know...
Shouts out to them, because they using the real Bullet Club theme song. I hate that new theme.
Oh, yeah, I forgot they have a new theme now, that's right,
That ugly shit.
Yeah, they have a new theme. I mean, obviously my favorite one is Gold, because that's just Jay White's theme, pretty much. It's Bullet Club Gold theme, so...
That's all it is. I'm surprised they let him still use it, though.
Yeah, that's insane, yeah. Well, they do have a partnership. AEW and New Japan do have a partnership, don't forget, though. So
I mean, yeah, but... I don't know. I guess I'm just, because of the match Jay had, where, like, if he loses, he's done with New Japan. That's why I'm kind of a bit surprised.
Yeah, because that's why Jay White wasn't able to be at Forbidden Door, because kayfabe-wise, he couldn't go on to... Because it was like an AEW crossover show.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he didn't do Wrestle Dream, because that was like a New Japan thing, so... Yeah, it's going to be weird.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay White for being the real... Shout out to Jay White for being the only rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's my boy right there, bro. King Switch.
So then next,
he's gonna lose anyways, but
yeah, he probably will. But yeah, next, MJF, it gets interviewed, and Renee Paquette's asking him like if he's talked to Adam Cole at all, and MJF said that he's tried to, but he's just in a bad place with shitty cell phone service, and
cell phone service, you mean?
Yeah, probably. And then Renee asked him like if he's gonna try to find anyone to help him take down Bullet Club Gold, and MJF just says he hasn't been able to find anybody. And then the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass come up, and Matt Caster's trying to become MJF's partner, and he still goes too far with it. So MJF's just like, no, I don't want to be a partner. Pretty much, he finally loses it. So Matt Caster is like, okay, I understand you're playing hard to get. So instead, Matt Caster decides he's going to compete in the Dynamite Dozen Royal, and when he wins it, when he beats MJF for the win, he's going to have to put a win on it. And MJF is just aghast about what he's hearing. He's like, he just calls him a mark and just leaves. And then
this man would not leave him alone.
Daddy Ass and Anthony Bowens call MJF a scumbag, and Renee Paquette agrees, and Matt Cass is just like, yeah, but he's my scumbag.
Scumbag. I was like, oh my god.
This was absolutely wonderful. I thought this segment was absolutely awesome.
I love what they're doing with this. I love it so fucking much. It's so goofy, and I love goofy wrestling at times, bro. It's just the fact that they taking what's going on social media and put it like, and they make it even better because Max Cass is like, hey yo, you wanna hook up? Max like, leave me alone.
It's awesome.
It's like, leave me the fuck out, bro. You weirdo.
Yeah, I loved it. Anything else you want to say about this segment? Because this was awesome.
This is going to, I think this is going to continue till, okay, eventually they're going to have to team up.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the team.
Which is basically the whole writing on the wall. And when they do, it's going to be the most glorious thing you ever going to see.
It's going to be
awesome.
It's
going to be so fucking goofy because of Max.
Which one?
Max. Because of Max and Max.
Yup.
So it's gonna be awesome.
Next, we had a little video package hyping up the AEW Women's World Title Eliminator match where Excalibur went through the history with Hikaru Shida and Emi Sakura and stuff like that. This was a good video package, but you could just tell they had to rush this because Excalibur was talking so fast that you couldn't even keep up with what he was saying.
It was random as shit too.
Yeah. It was just, yeah. I thought that was a decent video package. I just thought Excalibur... It's like they had to watch this video package. So Excalibur... It seemed like he only had 2 minutes to make the video package. So he was just talking as fast as he could to make sure he could get everything in.
That's because they just realized this match was... they just realized this match was today. Plus, it was booked. It's like, what the fuck? Oh, what?
That's what it felt like, yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
Your thoughts on this video package, though? I thought it was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good... it was a good history lesson, but at the same time, it's like, bro, all right.
There you go.
Y'all just booked this today.
I wouldn't be shocked if they did. So, then we had the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator match. It was Emi Sakura versus Hikaru Shida. Relatively good match right here. Both women just really took it to each other. Emi Sakura did a really cool high cross body, which crashed, Shida into the steps. Shida hit the Falcon Arrow, but Emi Sakura kicked out of it, and then she hits the katana the first time, but Emi Sakura got her hands up to block it enough, so that way, she didn't take the full blunt of the katana, so she kicked out of it the first time. However, the second time she got hit with the katana, and Hikaru Shida won, so that means she didn't, Emi Sakura didn't earn an AEW Women's World Title match. So, Hikaru Shida wins. Overall, this was very good stuff. I thought the match really delivered. Taz seemed confused. He didn't really understand. I think he forgot it wasn't a title match. So, the commentators had to keep reminding him that it wasn't a title match. It was just an eliminator match. So, it seemed like he didn't really know what was going on. But other than that, I thought this was, very good stuff. Very good way to make Shida look strong. I just finished talking about the match. Anything you want to say about the Women's World Title? Anything you want to say about the Women's World Title Eliminator match? I just literally finished talking about it.
It was a good match. Random as fuck, but
yeah,
but it's good.
Taz forgot. I think Taz didn't seem like he didn't know what was going on. He forgot that it wasn't for the belt. It was just for a shot at the title. So they had to.
Yeah, this wasn't for the belt.
Yeah, it was just an eliminator match. It was just if Sakura won, she'd get a title shot. So it wasn't even for the belt. So,
I thought it was, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought it was for the belt too.
Yeah. So, you and Taz just did not know what was going on apparently. So.
Yeah.
So then next, Adam Copeland has a rebuttal to Christian Cage because he hasn't really been able to respond to what Christian Cage said in his promo.
This was false advertising, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, he gets an interview. He gets interviewed by Renee Paquette. She welcomes him to AEW because she hasn't really had like an interview with him or anything like that since he came to AEW, and she says that everybody in the locker room is really happy to have you here and stuff. And if you pay attention to the AEW news, that seems to not be the case because it's kind of the opposite. But whatever.
Really?
Yeah, there's apparently some heat with him, I think, because they feel like he's taking away a spot for somebody else. So that's why,
Yikes.
And obviously with the whole Vicky Stokes thing, that kind of, that didn't really help him either. So
I want to say that was probably a work, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying not to be in a negative space because of it.
But yeah, Adam Copeland talks about how he just doesn't understand what's going on with Christian Cage because originally the whole reason he came to AEW was so that way he could team up with Christian Cage. They had started having phone calls and everything like that, and then when he was about to come to AEW, the phone calls just pretty much stopped it and all that type of stuff. Like during the build-up he was coming in and everything like that, he just started ghosting him and everything like that. And he says that he realized that this has been a typical thing that's happened with Christian Cage, where, he'll start talking about something and then all of a sudden he doesn't really follow through with it unless Adam Copeland himself gets him out of it. And he uses various examples. He talks about how when Christian Cage moved into the neighborhood and he started school together, Adam Copeland had to be the one that get him to go to class, and that's how they found out they liked wrestling and everything like that, and that continued their bond. They talked about, how... They talked about how they were going to send in, there was an essay contest that they found out about, and they talked about how they were going to, send in an essay and everything like that, so that way they could get free wrestling training. And Christian Cage never sent in the essay, but Adam Copeland was the one that did. And then doing his training and everything like that, when he got signed to the WWE, he's the one that went to bat and put himself out there so that way Christian Cage could get himself a job and everything like that. I'm gonna have to mute that real quick because they're talking about Halloween Havoc. But pretty much, he says that you don't, typically if you're new to a company, you don't just put your name out there for somebody. You have to learn, to get along with the veterans and everything like that. Then he talked about how, when him and Christian Cage, both couldn't wrestle anymore. Christian Cage pretty much, took it, and Adam Copeland was the one that was fighting more to come back to the win than Christian Cage was, it seemed. And then he talked about, too, how he's happy with everything that Christian Cage has accomplished, and he understands maybe the fear that, he feels like he's going to get underutilized because Adam Copeland... everyone has seen more in him than everybody else, when that's clearly not true. And he mentions that Adam Copeland has given his life and his body to professional wrestling. And he also talks about, too, how he doesn't want to fight Christian Cage, so he's not looking to take the TNT title from him or anything like that. He just wants his best friend back. And he mentions that when the time comes when Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne kick him to the curb, he's going to be there to pick him back up like he always has. And that's kind of how the... interview ended right there. So overall, this was a relatively good interview between Adam Copeland and Renee Paquette. I liked that it seemed like it was more of a conversation than an interview and all that type of stuff. And I liked that they mentioned a lot of good stuff. And it's I assume we're gonna get Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage at some point. There's gonna be something that pushes Adam Copeland to accept. I was thinking it was going to happen in Full Gear, but I kind of think it's too soon for that now because Full Gear is coming up pretty damn soon. They're going to have to really rush the program. I think they should just do a 6-man tag with him, Darby, and Stin versus Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus. Where, obviously Adam Copeland and Christian Cage never really get into it or anything like that. And then obviously you can honestly stretch this out to go on to Full Gear. Not Full Gear, Revolution, if you really wanted to. But that might be too long, but we'll see. But overall, yeah, how did you feel about this interview between Adam Copeland and Renee Paquette? And what did you think about everything that he said about Christian Cage and him not even wanting to take his title or anything like that?
There is 2 things about this. One of them is a fucking complaint. The other one is just like this, right? It was good. It was pretty insightful, build some story and ground. But here's where I had to complain. They false advertised this shit, bro. If you remember, it was supposed to be a rated R.
But it was a rated R bottle, yeah.
Yeah. I was expecting some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like him saying some crazy fucking shit. But he didn't. I was mad.
I can't blame.
Mad.
Yeah, I can't blame you,
mad, bro. Especially since I heard that the fuck? That Edge says that he wants to, now that he's in AEW, he get a chance to tell a story his way, which I was expecting there's gonna be some crazy stuff gonna be said, which I'm all in for.
Oh, same.
But this made me sad. I was hoping for him. I was hoping he goes, below the belt at times, but I guess I was expecting way too much from this damn thing.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because he didn't really say anything that was really rated R-ish or anything like that. So
he was just talking.
Yeah,
he was just yapping.
And yeah,
all right, bro.
Next is a lot of stuff. Next was Wardlow versus Ryan Nemeth. Absolute.
May he rest in peace.
Absolute squash match here. Ryan Nemeth does get some offense, but eventually Wardlow hits like 2 power bombs, and before he does any more, the referee just calls off the match, and Tony Schiavone gets into the ring, and he wants to know like what's actually Wardlow's about to leave through the crowd, and Schiavone's actually in the ring, and he asks Wardlow to come back into the ring because he wants to ask him a question. So Wardlow does, and he wants to know like what. Who Wardlow's targeted, like what's his purpose since he's back now. And Wardlow doesn't say anything. He points to his armrest, and it says MJF on it, showing that that's his target pretty much. And he walks away and shoves Tony Schiavone to the ground, and yeah.
How many motherfuckers targeting fucking MJF?
Oh, there's going to be a lot more on this shit. A lot more.
Shit,
yeah,
bro.
So, yeah, this is good stuff, it seems like Wardlow's is a heel. That's the vibe I'm getting with the way he's been acting lately and stuff like that. But overall,
he's tired of everybody's shit, bro.
Yeah, but overall I like this. How did you feel about this and everything like that?
All right. Before I continue, I would like to give a 3-bell salute to Ryan Nemeth. Well, Nick Nemeth. I don't know who's who.
Ryan.
Maybe have a 3-bell salute. James, I want you to edit this in if you're listening.
He won't.
He won't. No, he won't. But like, we're just trying to pay tribute to Ryan for getting fucking killed by Wardlow. Just pay tribute to him because goddamn, he got his ass whooped.
He did.
Dog walked. It was a tragedy. But yeah, for this was. I would say this. What they're doing with Wardlow is pretty interesting because it's like now he's just tired of everybody's shit.
Yep.
He wants to go for the main belt. I respect that. Especially if it's against somebody you know. The guy who made your life miserable. So, yeah.
The dynamics are going to be different too, because now it looks like Wardlow would play heel and MJF would play babyface. So,
which is interesting.
Yeah, and again too, it depended on the status of MJF. They might have to get the belt off him pretty damn quick if he doesn't re-sign with AEW. So,
I think he's going to resign.
It's looking like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially too, because I don't think he's going to want to leave that Adam Cole storyline unfinished, and Adam Cole wouldn't be back until Say he doesn't.
That's right.
Yeah, because Adam Cole is going to be gone for 6 months. So, and that was he hasn't even had his surgery, his second surgery on October 12th. So who knows? It might be even longer than that, depending on how his recovery goes and everything like that. But speaking of Adam Cole, okay. First we have Kenny Omega get interviewed, and Kenny Omega talks about how the words that Kyle Fletcher said to him really resonated with him and reminded him of who he was, because he mentions that Kenny Omega's had a rough go of it in 2023. He mentioned that his win-loss record hasn't been the best, at least in the singles division.
You don't fucking say, bro.
So he says, that he's going to, remind everybody tonight that you don't mess with Kenny Omega, and says that he's going to deal with Don Callis, when the time is right. And
yeah. Just keep yapping, Kenny.
And then MJF comes up to him, and they have kind of like a little conversation. They shake each other's hand and everything like that. And then when MJF shakes his hand, he whispers, I think it was like 13 days into Kenny Omega's ear. I don't remember exactly the number of days it was, and walks off.
It was roughly around there.
But it was pretty much how many days that MJF is from becoming the longest reigning AEW World Champion in history. And this is obviously significant because Kenny Omega was the last person that had that distinction. So it seems like they're setting up something there. I wouldn't complain. Obviously, if they did Kenny Omega versus MJF. I don't know who played babyface or heel now, though, because they're both pretty well liked, and, but we'll have to wait and see how that happens. But yeah, how'd you feel about this interview segment? Your thoughts on Kenny Omega's message when he mentioned, his win-loss record, and how he reminded of who he was, how he's kind of like the standard bearer of AEW, and the little altercation that MJF and Kenny Omega had.
I mean, that was dope. I think that he's gonna pass the record. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'm gonna laugh to the bank.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, this is gonna be pretty interesting. You have a dickhead, which is MJF.
Yep.
And then we have whatever. It's like, I'm down. So I just hope that whatever. I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about this. Only reason why is because, like, they might build up to them having a match, and I hope they don't put the title back on Kenny because he doesn't need it right now.
No.
But I don't know, man.
That might be a world title match at Winter is Coming. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, since that's what Kenny won the belt the first time and everything like that. So.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. When Kenny won, I was mad as shit.
I don't blame you, yeah, especially with the way...
I was like, bro!
Yeah, especially with the way he won and everything like that, so...
Because Moxley is my boy. I do, like, I'm gonna say this. I love Mox. That's my boy.
Oh, yeah.
But I could still be critical of him because of him blading.
That's fair.
But he hasn't been blading lately, which is...
Well, because he hasn't wrestled lately, so...
I don't care. He's fucking...
But anyhow, next, Adam Cole's back at Roderick Strong's house again, and the Kingdom have bongos now, and Mike Bennett does like a parody of Headstrong. Instead of Headstrong, it's Neckstrong, referencing Roderick Strong's neck, saying that it's as strong as anything, and Adam Cole comes up, and it's revealed that he made some type of drink for... some type of coffee or tea or something for Roderick Strong, but he doesn't like it because it's like got too much caffeine in it and all that type of stuff. And Roderick Strong's reminiscing their days in ROH when Adam Cole, when they used to be broke and everything like that. And Adam Cole used to make these killer peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And Adam Cole is just like, yeah, I remember that. So they want, Adam Cole to make him a peanut butter jelly sandwich. So they do this really funny montage, like really slow motion of them like making the peanut butter jelly sandwich. And yeah, when Adam Cole gives him the peanut butter jelly sandwich, Roderick Strong doesn't like it because it's got crust on it. He doesn't like crust, and Adam Cole knew this, and he's upset about this. And I liked it too because when Roderick Strong rejects it, Matt Taven just eats... Basically, everything that Roderick Strong rejects, Matt Taven takes. He takes his drink, and he took the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So Adam Cole just finally had enough of this at this point. He's like, you know what? I've done everything that you've asked of me, Roddy. And I'm delaying my surgery to please you. And no matter what, I can't seem to please you. So Adam Cole just leaves. And Roderick Strong's continuously calling his name and everything like that. But this time, Adam Cole doesn't come back. You hear him leave and everything like that. He's going to go get his surgery. I mean... Kayfabe Live is 3 weeks delayed of his surgery. I think even more than that. So, kayfabe, Adam Cole might not come back for a while since he's waited so long to have his surgery. He's been there for 3 weeks without surgery or anything like that. And the Kingdom and Roderick Strong are wondering what their next plan is, and Roderick Strong realizes what he has to do. He pretty much has to make friends with the devil. So I feel like that's gonna be the next bit of the storyline now, is that Roderick Strong is gonna have to be friends with MJF. That might be how they deal with, the fact that Adam Cole is injured, because MJF and Adam Cole are still the ROH World Tag Team Champions, so Roderick Strong might be filling in for him now as his tag team partner now, while Adam Cole is gone, because they still haven't really done anything with those titles, obviously, because Adam Cole hasn't been around. But this segment was really awesome. It's probably my favorite out of the... I think they've done 3 segments where Adam Cole's been at his house, so it's my favorite out of the 3, and I just absolutely loved it. How did you feel about this, and, what Roderick Strong realizes he has to do now to get back into good graces with Adam Cole?
It's about to be fucking interesting now. This thing's about to pick up, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
And, he finally realized that he has to get the fuck out of there.
I know.
Because I know he's sick and tired of this bullshit. He's like, he's over here like, what am I doing?
I know.
I have a fucking injured leg, and I gotta deal with this shit?
The dude mowed the lawn for him with an injured leg. It's like...
That's fucked up, bro.
Yeah. And he
don't do that.
Roderick Strong, I don't understand why Roderick Strong got so upset too. He saw him make the peanut butter jelly sandwich, and he could have told him, I don't want the crust on there, but Roderick Strong just beat him. He
could have told him ahead of time.
Yeah, I know. It's like,
but he didn't. It's
yeah,
like a
dickhead. So Roderick Strong's gonna have to, get close with the devil now, I guess. So, that's
all you gotta do now, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then, next, Tony Schiavone interviews Don Callis.
I love the intro that Tony gave, which was the fun. It had me dying laughing. My man said, this is my displeasure. It's my absolute displeasure to introduce Don Callis.
And Tony Schiavone's already in a bad mood because he just got shoved to the ground not that long ago too. So
I was fucking laughing my ass off when he said that.
But yeah, so he blends them out. It's just the whole family isn't out there. It's Sammy Guevara's not out there. Apparently Guevara isn't going to be back for a little bit, obviously, because of he suffered a concussion at Wrestle Dream. That's why he hasn't been around lately. So Don Callis bragged about the fact that pretty much at every turn, the Don Callis family has gotten the better of Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. He really hypes up Powerhouse Hobbs about the domination and isolation that he gave Chris Jericho on Title Tuesday too, and talks about Jericho. Yeah, and talk about how Jericho had never been dominated like that in his entire career, which I think might be true. I don't think he ever had been. So Powerhouse Hobbs gets on the mic and he mentions that he's with this family now because back when he was young, he was a huge Chris Jericho fan, and back in 1998, he begged his father to take him to a wrestling show so that way he could meet his hero, Chris Jericho. And when the moment came, all Jericho did was just ignore him and berate his father right in front of him, and he hasn't forgotten that moment ever since then. And when he destroyed Chris Jericho, he saw it as finally destroying his hero. And then Don Callis then says, though, that, this isn't over yet, though. It's not going to be over until Jericho and Omega are completely out of AEW. When is this going to be over, by the way? It seems like every time, Jericho, the Don Callis family destroy these guys, Don Callis is like, nope, not over yet. When is it going to be over? Do they have to be, dead for this to finally be over? I don't understand this. Don Callis mentions that there was only one time where Jericho and Omega got the better of them, and that was when they had that no good Kyle Fletcher teaming with them and everything like that. You know, he's kind of putting down Kyle Fletcher, saying that he doesn't belong in the wrestling business and everything like that. And
That's just fucked up.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher comes out and it said that when he agreed to team with the Don Callis family, he did it as a favor to Will Ospreay. And he says that, tonight he's going to prove that Don Callis won and take out Kenny Omega. And Don Callis says, if you do that, we'll have a conversation. So, yeah, it goes right next into Kenny Omega versus Kyle Fletcher. Don Callis is on commentary for this match. And yeah, this match is really awesome. Very back and forth. They really did a good job really putting over Kyle Fletcher here. He got a lot of offense in, and he took a lot of offense from Kenny Omega, but eventually he finally gets put down with the one-win Angel, and Kenny Omega beats him. Don Callis is mad about this, and he basically just tells Kyle Fletcher to quit the business and go back to a 9-to-5 job now and all that type of stuff. And before right when Kenny Omega leaves the ring, Don Callis gets immediately off commentary, and the Don Callis family walk to the back. So that's kind of it for them for a little while. But overall, I like this. I think Kenny Omega needed to get a win because he hasn't had a singles win, I think, since Don Callis turned on him. So this was a good way for him to get a win. I thought Kyle Fletcher looked very strong in defeat, and. Yeah, I don't know how they're exactly going to continue the Kenny Omega, Don Callis and everything like that storyline, but overall, I'm really enjoying everything that's going on. So, how'd you feel about the interview with Don Callis and the match that followed with Kenny Omega and Kyle Fletcher?
The interview was just... It was alright. It's basically the same shit that we've been hearing from Don Callis for a while now, which is nothing new, but I'm gonna say this, and one of my homeboys that I talked to, shout out to the Empire Mall where my boy's at. Cal Fletcher is Will Ospreay if he would have slowed down.
Yeah, I agree.
Cause this man is too fucking good. He's a good fucking He's a good he's a good tag team wrestler, and he's a good singles wrestler. He could go far. I believe he could go far. That doesn't mean to break up the Aussie Open tag team. Hell no. Hell no. They are too good as a team. If they want to break up, let it be neutral. No betrayal. But they're so good at tag team. Cal is really good. I think he's how old is that twink anyways? God.
And then they said he's I think I'm 27. I think he's
24.
Roughly, yeah, so
he's fucking young.
Yeah, and he's
that's great. Not 8, 6'4". That's fucking insane. He's young. He has years ahead of him, so he could go real fuck.
Yeah,
and I hope he does.
Yeah, I do too. Next, Danhausen has another vignette. It's the same thing they've been showing. Now you've seen them too, so you know because they haven't because that's on Dynamite. And the only thing new to the vignette is he tells everybody not to worry. He's gonna be back cursing people very soon. So. Yeah, I guess we have to just, I hope you weren't worried, Zero, because now he's going to be back cursing people, so.
I'm happy he's coming back. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to come back, not this week, but Halloween week, because it's Halloween, it kind of makes sense.
It's probably going to be... Let me check.
Well, it might be that...
Yeah.
It might be this week, actually, because Halloween is October 31st, and that's a Tuesday. So he might come back this week, actually. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, Yeah, how do you feel about Danhausen coming back and everything like that?
I don't mind him coming back. I actually kind of like him.
Yeah, he's cool. So there you go. He's coming back. Then we had Lance Archer versus Barrett Brown.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Lance Archer. The guy didn't even get an entrance. Lance Archer apparently beat this guy up backstage.
Here's another one to the count.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, may y'all bow your heads while we get like another 3 bell salutes for the poor fucker who went up against Lance Archer. Dang, 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 dang. Gee, wait, dang, dang, dang. Damn, that was 5. I can't count.
We knew that, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Because you tried to make like a several announcements before, and you admitted you can't count. So,
I was about to say, you dickhead.
But anyhow, yeah, this was so bad that when Justin Roberts had to introduce Barrett Brown, he had to introduce him. Lance Archer to be like kicking his opponent down to the wood. Yeah, it was. This was a not. Yeah, Barrett Brown got some offense in, but it was
introducing Barrett Brown. Meanwhile, this nigga dying over here.
Yeah.
Help!
Yeah. Yeah, this was not a good day to. This was a homecoming for Lance Archer because they were in Texas, so that's why. Yeah, this was a murder by Lance Archer. Anything else you want to say about this?
Speaking of hometowns, they was not even in Houston, bro. They said they was going to be in Houston. They lied. They wasn't even. They was near Houston, not at Houston, which is funny as shit when you really think about it, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, Lance Archer just murdered it. Anything else you want to say about Lance Archer murdering this guy?
Everybody dies.
Yeah, he was one of them.
He was.
I guess they just wanted to do this just to give Lance Archer like a nice hometown ovation because they didn't set up a new feud for him or anything like that. So
he needs a feud, bro.
Yeah, I don't know who with yet though, so we'll see.
I don't know either.
Next, Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana have a promo. They're filming his new music video that was gonna go up on that Friday, which I did watch. It was awesome.
I like that video. I like it a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, Swerve Strickland talks about how when he was going after Heyman Adam Page, it wasn't personal. It was just strictly business. He was just trying to make a career for himself. But now, because Heyman Adam Page took away an opportunity for him to become the TNT champion, now it is personal. So he said that he's going to be going after. He said that he's going to be now he's going to take something away from Heyman Adam Page. So yeah, this was an awesome promo here. I really liked this. I think we're going to get some type of like stipulation match now between these two. So yeah, how'd you feel about this? I liked it a lot.
Swerve speaking nothing but the straight facts. Fuck Hangman.
I hate to tell you this, they might be doing this just so Heyman can get his win back.
Oh God, they will. I know how wrestling works. They definitely gonna do that shit.
Yeah, that's
cry.
Next, Stin addresses the fans. Tony Schiavone brings him out. He talks about how he remembers seeing Stin back when he first came in doing when Tony Schiavone first started commentating and everything like that. Then Stin comes out. He talks about how happy he is to be there, and he talks about all the great moments he's had in his career. He mentions all the legends and everything like that he worked with. Some got a good reaction, some got a fairly mixed reaction. And yeah, he says that the reason say that again because you cut out a little bit.
When they was born Hulk Hogan, I was laughing at myself like, that's a fun.
Yep.
And what made it worse is the fact Sting acknowledged it and he knows that they was right.
Yeah.
Dickhead. It's funny as shit.
But he said he learned a lot from him, so but yeah, so Stin says the reason he's here, that the last time he had to end his career, he did say never type of thing, and said that it might not be the end of his career, and now he feels like he's got to end, that he got to end his career on his own terms when AEW started up and everything like that. But he says that at Revolution in 2024 is going to be his last match. He's going to ride off into the sunset, and this time it's for sure. And yeah, that's pretty much it. He just, he announces it. I like this promo a lot here. I thought Sting cut a very good promo, and it will be interesting to see who his last opponent will be against once
Darby.
that time comes up. Yeah, I think I think it will be. So
there's no other person to like. I'm agree with you. There's no other person to put him against. Put him against with that's going to be the last match. So why not Darby?
Yeah, but I liked this a lot though. I thought Sting cut a very good promo. I kind of hope I think I've mentioned this before on Spark. I hope when they have the match, it's like a mutual type of thing where Sting says, hey, I want to bring something out of you. They don't have like Darby or Sting turn on each other type of thing. I just think it should be kind of like they have a match.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, but overall, how do you feel about Sting's promo here? The fact that he's going to be having his last match in Revolution. And it makes sense too, because Sting mentioned that's where he had his first match in AEW. So that's why he's ended it at Revolution.
Not gonna lie, I was a bit kind of sad, but at the same time I realized he's this nigga old.
Yeah, he is.
I was like, oh, yeah, that does make sense. He's an old fuck, anyways. So like, it kind of like I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not mad about it. I'm just hoping that whoever's opponent. They give him one hell. They give him one hell of a match.
Yeah.
All I ever heard about. So.
Yeah. I assume he'll have a match at Full Gear. He might have a match at Winter Is Coming, since that's where he first showed up, and then he'll probably Revolution will probably wrap it up. So, and then yeah, obviously I think he's still gonna be like maybe a fairly big figure on AEW. He might just be a manager for Darby Allin when the time comes. Maybe he'll just work behind the scenes. Who knows? Because obviously, who even knows if he wants to travel so often? But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, again, too, I know he says it's for sure, but when it's wrestling, you can't really trust someone when they say they're going to retire. We've always heard this person's going to retire, and then they always end up coming back. I mean,
the only one who literally he was brutally like serious with Shawn Michaels,
and he came back for a match. So
yeah, because money talks.
Yep. So
unfortunately,
we'll see. But very fitting though that he's gonna end he'll end his career on like Turner Broadcast and with a Ted Turner affiliated promotion. And
that is
like
true.
That. So that would be kind of cool. And Sting's wrestled about everywhere you could think of, too. He's wrestled.
He was on a lot of fucking video games, bro.
Yeah, so he's done everything that there is to do.
Yeah. This man was... This is the only guy I know who appeared in a WWE, WCW, TNA, and AEW.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Well, Dustin. Dustin.
Huh?
Dustin Rhodes.
He wasn't in a TNA and okay. Dustin been in the WWE and AEW game. Never in the WCW and TNA games.
I would have thought he would have at least been in the WCW one.
Nah.
So, but yeah, so that's gonna be cool. That's a cool little accolade. But yeah, continuing. Next.
Old fuck.
Yeah. Next, RJ City's backstage, and
yes, sir. RJ City, my boy.
He presents the new movie that Tony Storm's gonna make, and Tony Storm completely cuts him off. And the second that Tony Storm gets on the screen goes black and white.
I love
and
that. So
she presents her new movie, and it's a silent film that her and RJ City made, where pretty much it's just about them. It's pretty much Gone with the Wind, just Tony Storm's version of it, where it's basically a parody of that. RJ City is really pampering her. He gives her like a banana, and she eats the banana without peeling it off. She just eats it, and then it's pretty much. I don't remember exactly how it ends because I went on my phone a little bit doing this. Well, actually, no, I didn't go on my phone. I went on my computer because I didn't have a phone.
How dare you, you fucking peasant! Not to enjoy such a film.
I had to respond to a message. Okay, I had stuff to do. So.
Don't they tell you to turn your phones off in the movie theater?
Well, they say to silence them. They don't tell you to turn them off. So, but yeah, overall, this was I liked this though. I like this. I like what they do with Tony Storm right now. I think that's awesome stuff. What did you think of this? This was awesome.
Love it. Yeah. More in my life.
And then when it comes back, Jim Ross interviews Nick Wayne and his mom, Jim Ross, talks about how he wanted to do the sit down interview just so that way they could kind of hash stuff out and kind of bury this before it gets any worse. And Nick Wayne's mom tells Nick Wayne that this isn't the way to go about things. She talks about how this isn't him, the person that they're seeing, and talks about how this isn't what your father would have wanted for you. And Nick Wayne talks about how when Darby Allin started training at our house and everything like that, you started to value Darby more of a son than me, and mentions the fact that, she treated Darby better than Nick. And Nick Wayne talks about how, in his mind, Buddy Wayne is dead, and he doesn't want to be thought of as Buddy Wayne as his father. He has a new father now. And I love this because Christian Cage comes right on the screen, and the way they hype up Christian Cage too, like it shows like his legs first, and then the camera pans up to Christian Cage, and he's got his arm over Nick Wayne's shoulder, and Christian Cage tells Nick Wayne it's time to come home now. Christian Cage pretty much tells Nick Wayne's mom that he should have responded to his messages. So it's like, does this dude just messaging Nick Wayne's mom up out of nowhere? And then Nick Wayne, says, "Don't do this. Don't go with them." And Nick Wayne says, "No, you've been a terrible mom." And then eventually, Nick Wayne's mom loses it. She slaps Nick Wayne in the face, and she realizes the error of her ways and the fact that she just hit her son, and she tries to apologize, but Nick Wayne walks off, and Christian Cage says, he pretty much just tells her that he messed up, and they just leave together. And after this, we hear like a whole bunch of commotion going on outside, and we find out that when they open the door, we see that Darby Allin's attacked Christian Cage and Nick Wayne, and he throws Nick Wayne. There's a bicycle rack that's just outside for some reason, and he throws him into there. They fight towards the arena, and Darby Allin just pounding away on Nick Wayne. Luchasaurus comes up and throws Darby Allin aside, and this is a 3-on-1 disadvantage originally, but then Sting comes up and he hits Christian in the back of the leg with Christian Cage in the back of the leg with the baseball bat. And Sting and Darby fight off Christian Cage and his little faction. And during this, Nick Wayne got a chipped tooth from Darby Allin, so his mouth busted open a little bit and everything like that. And Christian Cage is upset that Darby Allin did this. But let's break this down. I didn't really like the interview too much until Christian Cage got involved. I thought Nick Wayne's mom's acting and stuff was pretty bad. JR should just not do sit-down interviews anymore. I know Noah Foster and I talked about how that's probably what JR is best used for, but this is like the second one that he's done, and it hasn't been the greatest. He just sounds old now and stuff. And I love it. Old. I know, and I love it too. Like he just sits there once it starts to go south. He doesn't get involved or do anything. He just sits there and just lets it go south.
Are you still reminiscing during the Kenny Omega attack where he just stand there?
Yeah, that's when he was just sitting there this time. He didn't even get up.
But that shit was too funny. That shit was hilarious.
But yeah, lunch quick.
Yeah,
But once Christian Cage got involved in this interview, that's when it like takes another level. Like I think Christian Cage was really the goat of this interview and everything.
Nigga
like
really
that.
said, "It's time to go home, son." I'm like, all right, bro. This man is just out of pocket.
Yeah,
I
but I
love
like
him.
But so yeah, I didn't like the interview part of it until Christian Cage got involved. And once kind of everything happens there, this was like a thumbs up. So if you want like a rated, I give it like a thumbs up, slightly pointing to the side type of thing. So how did you feel about? No, anything you want to say about this?
If this was cinema, this gives out a 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Just 'cause
even
of Christian Cage, just because of Christian Cage alone, bro. That man is diabolical.
I know.
I love him.
Nick Wade's mom needs to just accept Christian Cage into her life. Like that just needs to happen. Like,
marry him.
well, Christian Cage already has a wife though, so that's gonna be a problem. So,
hey man, it is what it is, bro. He's a MILF anyway. Oh, even more.
I just still love the fact that Christian Cage said to her at the end, "You should have responded to my messages." Like Christian Cage is just sitting up in there, just messaging Nick Wayne's mom type of
this
thing.
Man
like
is diabolical, bro.
Next,
I never seen a wrestler. Yes, MJF is also diabolical, but I never seen a guy just this diabolical when it comes down to fucking people's children, bro. And
I know.
fathers. Like, god damn, man.
And no Adam Copeland appearance doing this. He hasn't come out at all. I thought he would have come out, but no. Yeah, again, he doesn't want to fight Christian Cage, so that's why he didn't come out here. So that's
I can't wait till Roderick Strong just has a program with Edge, and all you hear is Adam.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right,
yeah.
Stop it. It's time to come on.
Yeah. I wanted like a segment with Adam Cole and Adam Copeland, and Roderick Strong comes out and yells Adam and Adam Copeland. And they're like, "What's one you talking to?" Well, both Adam. Like, and Adam Page needs to be out there too for that too.
Oh god, bro. That would be the fucking greatest segment, all because of Roderick Strong.
I know. Next, Best Friends and Hook have an interview. This was basically a battle of the belts. 8. Chris Statlander challenges Willow Nightingale for a TBS Women's title match because she doesn't think she's been given a fair shot, even though she's had like a ton of title matches. I don't understand. I didn't really understand
man, she doesn't have a fair shot.
I mean, she had a pretty. If anything, she won the New Japan Strong title and she wasn't even supposed to.
She never had a fair shot, bro.
Whatever. And then we found out there was going to be a triple threat match on Rampage that was going to take place. It was going to be between Kip Sabian, John Silver, and Brother Zay. And Renee Paquette wants to know Orange Cassidy's reaction to that. And he's like, well, I'm just going to defend this. It is what it is. And during this, Hook is just eating hot Cheetos. And I don't know what the Best Friends were really doing there. They were just kind of there. So
it was just there, bro.
Yeah. The segment was like okay, but it did kind of wreak a little bit of desperation. It's like, hey, watch Battle of the Belts.
No. So. All right.
Anything you want to say about this segment? Because it was just kind of what it was.
I don't know what the fuck was going on, but okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next we had the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal. Good Battle Royal. Yeah, it was just some good stuff. Matt Hardy got eliminated by Jake Hager, which I thought was a bit too soon. Daniel Garcia kept trying to do his dance during the Battle Royal, but Matt Menard kept cutting it off. He's just like, no, you're not doing this dance. And then when he finally does do his dance, that's when he gets eliminated. So I like that they built to that. MJF was on commentary for the Battle Royal. But yeah, what else happened in this? The Hardys worked together. Eventually, Jeff Hardy just got eliminated. I think he tried to do like the Hardy Boys like Poetry in Motion, but it ended up being a disservice. So it caused him to get eliminated. And then it just comes down to Matt Caster and Juice Robinson, which I think a lot of people expected. During the Battle Royal, I should mention too that MJF gave Dustin Rhodes money because he was on commentary, so he got on commentary and he tried to bribe Dustin Rhodes to take out Juice Robinson, and then he just doesn't. I guess okay.
I think he bribed him just to do the Shattered Dreams.
I guess,
which is even more funnier.
And yeah, so it's down to Matt Caster and Juice Robinson at the end, and then eventually, Matt Caster clearly could win the Battle Royal, but then Jay White attacks MJF from behind, so they have a little bit of a brawl, and MJF gets the better of it at first, and he's about to take back his title, and he gets low blow by Jay White, so he ends up getting his belt stolen again, and then during this commotion, Juice Robinson pulls out the engagement ring that he has, and he blasts Matt Caster in the face with it, and he eliminates Matt Caster and wins the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal, which means he's going to face MJF, such as seeing this on Wednesday tonight for MJF's Dynamite Dozen win, which obviously this isn't going to be a great thing for MJF because if Juice Robinson wins the Dynamite Dozen win, he's going to just pawn it off anyway. So that's why we don't kind of want that to happen. But overall, this was a good Battle Royal. I thought about everybody in the Battle Royal looked fairly strong. There was really no one that looked weak or anything like that. So overall, it was relatively a good Battle Royal. How did you feel about this Dynamite Dozen?
I'm going to be honest with you, and you can make fun of me if you want. I literally thought, because the way they was booking it, Matt Caster was going to win.
Yeah, I can't blame you. I would have loved that.
Oh, it's like, is Max really about to win? But no, he doesn't, which is a big low. But it would have been interesting if that actually happened, though. Like, if they let Max win the match, that'd be kind of fucking interesting.
Yeah.
But one man can dream, and it never happened.
I know, yeah.
Either way, it was pretty fun.
I thought, yeah, I did like that they added Matt Caster to the Battle Royal because it did. It was a little less predictable that it was going to be completely Juice Robinson type of thing. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that was that week's episode of Dynamite. Relatively good episode of Dynamite. I thought it was overall fairly solid. I'll give it like a B-. I feel like I could have done without some of the squash matches that happened on this show, and it just feels like it was one of those Dynamites that was just it was good enough, but it just kind of felt like it was more setting up stuff than
it was more like really a TV show. So.
Yeah. So, anything else? Any letter grades or anything like that you want to give?
I'll give it like a good out of 10.
There you go. Now let's cover Rampage, and for at least the first match, you can actually cover the first match on Rampage.
Alright, so here's how the match went, right? The match went like a Lucha Libre match. So basically, you might catch your flips and shit like that, but if you're actually a fucking Lucha fan, then you know mostly a Lucha Libre is not flippy bullshit. It's more like technical wrestling with niggas wearing masks. So basically, that's how the match went. Rocky was, doing Rocky thing. Rocky being a fucking heel in the whole match. But let me tell you what happened. But let me be more schooling you a bit, because the thing is, what happened during the match is that so in CMLL matches are a 2 out of 3 falls match. Damn, I don't know why I started stuttering it. I don't know why I started again, but like, the difference between CMLL and AAA. AAA is basically WWE, and CMLL is mostly like, traditional Lucha Libre. So the first fall was Mystico by submission. So like after that, Rocky's like, I'm tired of this bullshit. So he started to rip the mask off of Mystico, which is one of the most disrespectful things you could ever do to a luchador. Because the mask is sacred, just like the ring. So after that, all that unnecessary shit, Rocky won the second fall. I forgot what he did, but he didn't move.
He did the sliced bread.
Oh yeah, this nigga think he's Brian Kendrick, but yeah. So yeah, Rocky won the second fall. So Mystico, desperation, he has to do what he got to do. So my man hit the submission. My man hit the Spanish fly. They did some technical, and guess who won the third fall? The babyface known as Mystico, also known as Sin Cara the First.
Yes, he was.
Still crazy to think about it. But yeah, like overall, this was a really good. This really shows that a lucha libre is not just about flips. It's mostly about technical wrestling, because that's what lucha libre is. Yes, you may have your flips here and there. Yes, it's mostly high flyers, but not all the time. It's dedicated to the flippy bullshit. It's always about professional wrestling. Lucha libre is not just no ordinary wrestling. It's a tradition. It's basically sacred. It's basically their religion. That's what lucha libre is to Mexico.
Yeah.
And the fans appreciate it, which is fucking good, because these dickheads in the fucking audience, they got a taste of what wrestling is to Mexico. It's a fucking traditional religion to them. So yeah.
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this match. I thought, both competitors really put it all out. It was so cool because Rocky Romero, even though we'd seen him before, was mainly his CMLL gimmick versus like the traditional New Japan gimmick and everything like that, which was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I've seen Mystico wrestle, but it's been a while since I've seen him wrestle. And obviously, I think a lot of people can see now that haven't seen him outside of WWE, see that the guy actually can go. And yeah, this was just really awesome stuff. Really can't complain about it or anything like that. Yeah. So, obviously, I hope we see more from this partnership. But yeah, I really like this a lot. So, basically everything you said. Mm-hmm. So yeah, continue.
Go to bed then.
See you in a little bit. Continuing with the breakdown of Rampage. It took place on October 20th, 2023. The commentary team was Excalibur and Tony Schiavone. We had an update on the ROH World Title picture where Stokely Hathaway revealed that he made a match for Collision where it was going to be a Memphis City street fight between Jeff Jarrett and Eddie Kingston. And if Jeff Jarrett won, Jay Lethal would get a ROH World Title match.
Did you say a Memphis City meat fight?
I said a Memphis City street fight, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, overall, I like that,
meat
though.
Anyway.
Jay Lethal threw a lot of cheap shots at Homicide, and Eddie Kingston took offense to that, so that was good stuff. Anything you want to say about this?
There will be glizzies during the match, just to give you a heads up. Do not ever disrespect Homicide. You don't do that.
So
that's my boy right there. That's me, Eddie's boy right there, bro. You don't do that.
Yep. So then we had a International Championship number 1 contenders match. It was John Silver versus Kip Sabian versus Brother Zay. Good triple threat match here. They did the bit in the beginning where Brother Zay had to try to fight off 2 heels, where both heels tried working together against him, but he was able to overcome it a little bit and fight them off. And eventually, out on the outside, Butcher the Blade, Evil Uno, and Alex Reynolds all get into it. They're all arguing with each other, and it allows Brother Zay to get a little bit of a comeback, and he hits a 450 on Kip Sabian, but John Silver runs in and hits a run-and punt to the head onto Brother Zay, and he covers Brother Zay and gets the victory. So John Silver becomes number 1 contender to the international title, which is pretty cool because it was a callback to the the match at Full Gear that Orange Cassidy and John Silver had. So overall, I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I really can't say the right person won this match, because either way, I would have been fine with whoever won this match, because quite frankly, they weren't going to beat Orange Cassidy anyways for the title, so I was just looking for a killer match, and they all would have provided that, so I was okay. I was cool with it being John Silver. Anything you want to say about this match?
I'm playing My Little Pony right now.
There you go. He's playing like, yeah. Then Ortiz and Santana, well, Ortiz and Mike Santana, anyways. Have a promo where they just kind of go off on each other, and they've had enough of just talking, so they're going to have a match, and next week, since it's going to be in Philadelphia, they're going to have a match next week on Rampage. It's going to be Mike Santana versus Ortiz. Obviously, I would like this match to happen anywhere else but Rampage, but I guess it's just going to happen on Rampage. I hope they add a stipulation to this match, since it's in Philly. They add a Philly street fight or something, but I really like these promos here that these two guys cut. It was very good stuff. Good stuff. What do you think of this?
Should have been on. It should have been on Collision.
Yeah, there you go.
The match.
Then Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta completely squashed Brian Keith and Exodus Prime.
What?
Yeah, that was a match.
That happened?
That happened, yeah.
Oh, that's some fucking bullshit. No wonder I don't watch fucking.
I'm
How
guessing.
dare they go to my boy Brian Keith, bro?
Yeah,
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it happened. It was a good squash, though. They looked fairly strong.
I don't care. It's a squash.
Magic Matt Menard, Cool Hand Ange, Jake Hager, Daniel Garcia, and Anna Jay got interviewed, and yeah. They're upset that they seem to only get the same plays. Jake Hager was upset because he gave up a hat for them, so he could just kind of walk away. And Anna Jay tells Daniel Garcia and Magic Matt Menard to squash whatever beef they have if they want to stand any chance of winning the trios title. So Magic Matt Menard agrees to squash it, and Daniel Garcia agrees to stop dancing. So that was that. Anything you want to say about this?
I'm pretty intrigued at the fact that all this is because of fucking dancing.
I mean, sometimes dancing doesn't get you on top of the world type of thing. I mean, not many people win world titles and stuff by just dancing, so they want them to just stay to strictly business. So,
fucking, we had a dancing dinosaur. We had fucking...
Yeah, how far did he get?
No. We had Ron Killings winning the NWA Championship.
That's fair. That is fair.
Remember? That was fucking weird days, bro. This was weird times.
Then we had Heyman, Adam Page, and the Young Bucks are backstage, and they throw out an open challenge for the ROH World 6-Man Tag Team titles for Dynamite, and we find out they didn't want to. They want to be fighting champions. They want to show that they're fighting champions.
I forgot there was champions.
Yeah, so
they didn't even do shit with the titles. I forgot there was champions, bro.
So later in the night, we find out that it's going to be the Hardys and Brother Zay that challenge for the ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Championships. So there you go. Anything you want to say about
Brock Lesnar? I don't watch the product.
What do you think?
I remember that.
What do you think about this though? Yeah, these little promo they had right here. So
I don't know. Let's move on.
Then we had the main event. It was Ruby Soho with Saraya ringside versus Sky Blue. Sky Blue looked more corrupted here. She came out and Ruby Soho was chopped on her chest, and it had no effect this time on Sky Blue. And they had a match. Eventually, Saraya... What was supposed to happen was I think she was supposed to hit it with the can of spray paint, but she completely missed, so she had to do it again, and she still missed. So then Ruby Soho rolled her up anyways, and that's how she lost. I don't know what happened. It was kind of a botch finish. The fans did not like the fact at all that Sky Blue lost. They were really mad about it. And so was I. I don't really understand it. I get it continues her heel turn, but it's just like I didn't really understand it. They do make sense of it on Collision the next day, because we find out that because of this victory, Ruby Soho gets an AEW Women's World Title match, but it's just like, come on. Like, no one wanted to see Sky Blue lose, and I was one of those people. So you could just feel the energy come out of the room when Sky Blue lost. And then afterwards, the Outcasts beat down Sky Blue, and Chris Statlander runs out to make the save. And the hell is going on in there? Oh.
Huh?
I hear stuff like it sounds like you're throwing stuff around like chains or something like that. So.
No, it's just let's just continue.
All right. But yeah, so Chris Statlander runs out to make the save, and she's helped Sky Blue, and Sky Blue doesn't really want the help, so she just drops to the floor and rolls out of the ring, and we're kind of left to wonder what's going on right there. Overall, I like what they did with Sky Blue. I was just disappointed she lost. So, anything you want to say about this?
I never watched Rampage.
Where's Sky Blue now? Now, I know you said you would.
And the corruption.
As a Rampage, anyway, so you still got
Rampage. So far, the corruptions are like it's like 67% probably.
All right. Now, how do you want to do this? Yeah,
because Collision kind of Collision kind of boosted it up a bit.
I know. How do you want to do this each time? All right. So that was Rampage. I'll give my quick letter grade to that. It was relatively a good show. I'm going to give it a B- just for the opener alone. I thought that was good stuff. So that was good. Yeah, so I like that. Let's go through Collision now. I got to find it in my notes. I think that's it right there. Okay. Collision took place on October 21st, 2023. We had the commentary team of Tony Schiavone, Kevin Kelly, and Nigel McGuinness. 2 of the 3 guys were good on commentary, and Zero knows when he comes back which one was bad. We had the code open. There wasn't much of a code open. It just went right to the intro, so that was interesting. And then it kicked off with a match between Bryan Danielson and Andrade El Idolo. This match was awesome. It was hyped up as a dream match. It really wasn't a dream match because they faced off before, but it was still great stuff. Just a very back and forth match right here. Danielson hit some really stiff kicks onto Andrade El Idolo. Bryan Danielson hit a spider German suplex to Andrade El Idolo, and Idolo hit a really good double knees while Danielson was trapped in the corner. And eventually, Danielson Idolo locked in the figure 8, which Danielson got the ropes, and then he was able to lock in the LaBelle lock, which Andrade El Idolo was able to get the ropes, and then eventually,
I'm back.
Welcome back. They exchange roll-ups on each other, and Bryan Danielson finally wins the match with a small package. And afterwards, Bryan Danielson and Andrade El Idolo shake hands to show respect towards each other. And then Bryan Danielson celebrated. The lights go out, and when the lights come back on, Malachi Black's in the ring, and he hits a spinning back kick, completely laying out Danielson. And the Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta run out, and when they hit the ring, the lights go out again, and when they lay him back on, Malachi Black is gone. So this was kind of like a hit-and-run attack. Overall, what did you think of this other match between Bryan Danielson and Andrade El Idolo and the post-match stuff? Hello, are you there? I guess he's not there right now, so I'll just continue talking. So he can just give his thoughts when he comes back. Yeah. Next, Darby Allin has a promo, and he talks about how, he's been trying to show great hesitation with Hurt and Nick Wayne, but since he doesn't seem to care anymore, and he wants to know, why Darby's been so appreciated and everything like that. He challenges Nick Wayne to show up and interrupt Stin's, because Tony Khan's supposed to give a gift to Stin on Dynamite this week, and he basically invites Nick Wayne to do whatever he is he's going to do, so that way they can finish their business. So that was good stuff. Sky Blue squashed Hollywood Haley. It was a squash. It was not much to it really. The same thing happened with the Guns. They squashed the Outrunners. Afterwards, Jay White and the Guns did a pretty decent promo. It was kind of the same stuff they've been saying, where they mentioned they're going to take the AEW World Title and MJF's Dynamite doesn't win. But this time, the lights go out, and when they come back on, the masked figure is on the screen, the Joker, and obviously this, is to play mind games with Jay White and the Guns. So overall, I liked this. I liked that they brought that storyline back up again. So this was good stuff. And then Orange Cassidy had an interview. This was basically Battle of the Belts 8 advertisements. Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander were there, and Chris Statlander is really looking forward to a TBS title match to the point where she feel like she needs to do some lifts. So she puts Lexi Nail on her shoulders and does some lifts, and then Orange Cassidy just really not interested. He's just looking forward to his international title match. So that was good stuff. Then we had the Memphis Street Fight. It was Jeff Jarrett versus Eddie Kingston. David Brown was on commentary for this. He was on commentary during the Memphis wrestling TV days. I think he was on commentary during Jeff Jarrett's early days in professional wrestling. And this was a war. This was absolutely awesome stuff. They brought around ringside, and Eddie Kingston squirted ketchup and mustard onto Jeff Jarrett. They used kendo sticks and street signs on each other. Jay Lethal hits an ace crusher, setting himself and Eddie Kingston to the table, and then they fight towards ringside, and Jeff Jarrett tried to suplex Eddie Kingston through the table, but because it didn't break, he had to improvise and do an elbow drop through it instead. And Jeff Jarrett used a steel chair. He suplexed Eddie Kingston onto it. Eddie Kingston mounted a comeback. He laid out Jeff Jarrett with a pipe and a bat wrapped in barbed wire. And then eventually, Eddie Kingston does everything he can to fight off the numbers game, but eventually they just catch up to him, and they all kill Eddie Kingston. Saddamson does a choke slam. Jay Lethal does the lethal injection, and Jeff Jarrett hits the stroke, and he beats Eddie Kingston. And afterwards, they all do the strut right over him. And this means that Jay Lethal gets a title shot. But I really liked this match a lot. I thought the match was very entertaining, and I did like the fact that Eddie Kingston tried the best he could to fight off the numbers game, but the numbers game just caught up to him toward the end. So I liked this match a lot. So it was great stuff.
Man, they murdered it. I was mad.
Yeah.
But
it was getting to the point too. I was like, "Stop! He's already dead at this point."
I thought somebody was about to come out, bro. Come out to help him.
I was hoping it was gonna be Homicide, with.
Oh God.
Yeah,
but you did the Brian Danielson match, and was this next afterwards?
So you cover, I think. I'll just go through. We can do a quick shot if you want. So it's the Brian Danielson Andrade El Idolo match first.
So that match was fucking great.
It really was.
And then after the match, Malachi Black came out,
kicked
his head in, and then I got erect because I was excited for this match. Well, this feud.
Yep.
They're gonna kill each other.
And then it was Sky Blue versus Hollywood Haley.
Wait. It was Sky Blue versus
Hollywood. Yeah.
Who the fuck is that? That's crazy.
So apparently there's a big story to this too. This was someone that WWE rejected during the tryouts. I don't know if there's controversy that goes on behind her, but it's someone that's been trying to get a WWE tryout or hasn't been able to get one. So all of the WWE tribalists are upset that AEW didn't basically give her an opportunity, but she didn't really get much. It's not like she got the world title match or anything like that. She just got squashed. I don't even think she could. Yeah.
So they don't want her. So basically, they don't want her to have a job. That's crazy. So, anyways, Sky Blue killed her.
Yeah, it was pretty much a squash. I don't think she got any offense in.
That's unfortunate. May she rest in peace. But anyways, so the corruption level has been risen from 67 to fucking 74. I guess. I didn't really see this match because I didn't even know this match existed.
Yeah, it was really quick. It was the only women's match on the whole show too.
That's tragedy.
It really was. Darby Allin had his promo too, where like he invited Nick Wayne to show up on Dynamite and stuff, so that way him and Nick Wayne can finish whatever beef they have going on. Nothing.
Nothing.
Because and then the Guns squash the Outrunners, and this is where the hooded figure shows up.
70s motherfuckers, and you gotta go.
Yeah. And this is where the Joker shows up or whatever.
The devil?
Yeah, the devil.
Yeah. I'm curious who the fuck's behind it. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. If I have to do an investigation, I will.
And then Orange Cassidy had his interview segment. This was kind of like, a Battle of the Belts 8 advertisement, pretty much.
Man, at this point, I was just losing my fucking mind.
I don't blame you.
What the fuck's going on in the show, bro?
Then we had the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass get interviewed. And, they try to get Matt Caster to ask Lexi Nair a question, and he asked her if she's going to pull out the whip. So then Lexi Nair's like, what the hell is going on here? And she's about to leave, and Anthony Bowens and Daddy Ass have her stick around, and they apologize to her, and they force Matt Caster to stand in the corner. So as this interview is taking place, Matt Caster's just standing, not even looking at anybody, just in the corner. And I kind of zoned out what Daddy Ass and Anthony Bowen said. I know they were talking about the Trios title match, but I was just kind of paying attention to Matt Caster. And when the interview's over, Matt Caster's just legitimately standing there. And then Lexi was like, I guess back to you guys, because she doesn't really know what to make of any of this. So, how'd you feel about this? I thought this was awesome.
This shit was goofy as fuck. I love it.
It's great.
I swear, the Acclaim, in my opinion, they kind of fell off a bit. But this is just making me fucking believe in them because this shit's goofy as fuck and I love it.
Yeah.
I love my goofy moments in wrestling.
Next, Action Andretti faced Miro. CJ
rest in piss. That shit was crazy, bro.
CJ came out and she was watching the match ringside. This match was very good, actually. Action Andretti did get a good amount of offense in. But eventually Miro just killed him. He lays him out with the game over, and he makes him pass out. And afterwards, for good measure, because he just puts it on regular, and then he really torques on it towards the end. But I like this match a lot, though. I thought Action Andretti looked fairly strong in defeat. They even had him at one point fight out of the game over, where he did a backflip out of it type of thing. So it seems like they turned Miro heel because he worked heel in this match, and the commentators are not happy about the fact that, and he's a heel because Shivani's the one that's, being against him, but Nigel's the one that's in support of him. It's I don't know if I like the fact that they turned Miro back into a heel, but, other than that...
I don't think he's a heel.
I don't know what to make of this, then,
I don't think he's a heel because people reacted to him pretty positive.
We'll see. But overall, I liked this, though. It was good stuff. What'd you think of the Action Andretti Miro match?
I watched it, then I skimmed through it.
I can't blame you.
It wasn't really hitting me, so it's
Next, Cool Hand and Magic Matt Menard, Daniel Garcia, and Anna Jay had an interview. This was just pretty much advertised the World Trios title match, and I didn't really care about this because it's the same promo we saw on Rampage. Just take the... I know you probably didn't see Rampage, so this was new to you, but I had seen enough of this on Rampage.
I saw the promo and I blacked out.
Yeah, I can't blame you, so... And then, Ingo Ganables had a vignette where,
oh, hell yeah!
Where it showed Preston Vance and... Where it showed Preston Vance and Dreg Listico going to, a private meeting with, Roosh, and Roosh talked about how he's sick and tired of AEW thinking that he's too violent, and he says that they think if they think I'm too violent, they're gonna see what true violence is when they make their return to
talk to them.
AEW, and they said that they're going to take everything from everyone. They're gonna go after everybody with just such violence. They don't care how violent that person is. This is good promo here. This is to be continued too. So, what'd you think of this? I thought this was good stuff.
Dog, I was being a hype man throughout, bro. I was like, talk to him, bro. These niggas know, bro. You want to be violent? Let them know you fucked them, bro. I was hype.
I like these. I feel like we're probably the only ones that like this storyline because yeah. And this all started because they got kidnapped and sent to Mexico too. So it was like
this all started when Rush re-signed and he started being a fucking menace, bro. I was like, let them fucking know. They're not putting no respect in your name, bro.
I want them
talk to them.
I want them to feud with Andrade El Idolo just because that would make a lot of sense because they used to be in the faction together and everything like that.
Like, Andrade, what the fuck you been doing? hey man, I was doing my thing. No, you wasn't.
But yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. I hope they compete. I hope this is the team that ends up taking the trios titles from the Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed. I would like that a lot. So
yeah, fuck the trios, bro. I hope fucking Roosh beats Max and just take the fucking dub for it.
I can see that too. I wouldn't mind that.
I'll be happy as a motherfucker. I'm like, let's go. The cartel forever, baby. Let them know.
So we know what Zero likes in his wrestling. He just likes any cartel stuff to happen in his wrestling. So.
Nah, man. I just like goofy shit, gangster shit, and fucking spoopy shit.
Next, Eddie Kingston's backstage being stitched up, and he's just cutting this great promo on Jay Lethal, where he's just kind of sick and tired of Jay Lethal. Like, he said that he respects him, and the reason that he made him jump through so many hoops to get this title match was because he felt like that Jay Lethal needed to earn it. And what pisses Eddie Kingston off is that he didn't even get his hands dirty to earn this title shot. He had somebody else fight for this championship title shot for him, and he tells Jay Lethal to leave, to come out there by himself, but he basically says that, do not bring your family pretty much because it's going to be a massacre. He's going to massacre Jay Lethal. This was such a good promo by Eddie Kingston. You just need to watch it for yourself. It is so good.
Yes. Telling them that I'm going to commit murder on life to them.
That's what he said pretty much, yeah. Like,
Please don't change Eddie.
Yeah. What did you think of this? I thought this was awesome.
I didn't see this.
Oh, you gotta see it. I think it's on their YouTube channel, so you gotta sit down and watch it.
I gotta watch it. Because I have to pay my respects for Eddie Kingston. I love that motherfucker.
I don't know when the ROH World Title match is gonna happen. I know Final Battle is on December 15th, but I definitely don't think they're gonna wait that long. I think it's gonna happen before then. I don't think it's gonna be like in any ROH affiliated product. I think it's gonna be on AEW television just because
we'll guess it.
We'll see though. Then we had FTR versus Bad Thad Brown and Darian Briston.
Who?
Bad Thad Brown. So
my nigga, who?
I might have wrote his name wrong because they did autocorrect when I wrote his name. I don't think it's Bad Thad Brown.
If they correct on the fucking site, that would be funny as a motherfucker for
real. This was supposed.
I've never been alerted of his existence.
But FTR, they start the match doing well. They're on a roll, and then the lights go out. When they come back on, this time the House of Black are in the win. And
oh God, let them know.
They beat down FTR and they just completely destroy him. And Brody King was wearing a cast on his arm, and he just blasted.
Fuck his ass up, bro.
He just blasted. I think it was Cash Wheeler with this cast. It's completely annihilated.
You see, Cody, this is how you get a fucking joint, bro. You bitch ass nigga.
What did you think of this? I thought this was awesome.
I love it. Fuck him up, bro. Fuck him up.
Then we had the main event. It was for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It was Ricky Starks and Big Bill defending against Claudio Castagnoli and Willa Yuta. This was a very good main event. Throughout the beginning portions of it, Ricky Starks is kind of stalling for time a little bit, but eventually he's not able to stall for very long. Eventually he just gets destroyed by Willa Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli throughout the beginning portions of this matchup. And then eventually, because of the size, discretion, and stuff, Big Bill is able to just completely lay out Willa Yuta, and they get the heat on Willa Yuta for a while. And then eventually Claudio gets the hot tag. And he does very well in this hot tag. He does this really good thing where he does a bunch of uppercuts, does one in the corner of Big Bill and then does one in the corner of Ricky Starks. And then they get the heat again on Willa Yuta. Willa Yuta got destroyed in this match. He didn't really stand much of a chance. But then eventually, behind the referee's back, Ricky Starks blasts Willa Yuta off the head with a tag title, and Big Bill lays him out with a choke slam, followed by a Rochambeau by Ricky Starks, and that's how they get the pin. They retain the AEW World Tag Team titles, and then afterwards, House of Black, the lights go out, and they brawl with Willa Yuta and Claudio, and Bryan Danielson joins the brawl, and then the FTR join the brawl, and they're outnumbered, and then eventually Jon Moxley makes his AEW return, officially now, in terms of a fighting capacity, because I know he was at Wrestle Dream, but this was the first time he's done anything physical since his concussion or anything like that. I don't know why he was at Wrestle Dream then. It kind of ruined his return, I thought, a bit. He
just wanted to see the match for himself because he knows that match is about to be crazy.
But yeah, he attacks, he evens the odds, and eventually House of Black and everybody retreat. And this was kind of funny, but kind of weird. I think Ricky Starks got back into the ring because he thought House of Black were going to back him up. So, because this happened, he gets laid out by a paradigm shift, and Claudio does the swing for a good 2 minutes onto, Ricky Starks. And this was after Ricky Starks.
He did it till Battle of the Belts start the show.
Yeah.
I was like, why?
And this was after he took the swing in the match already, too. So it's yeah. What did you think of the tag title match and the return of Jon Moxley and everything like that?
I watched it and not watched it at the same time. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, bro. But from what I know and from what I saw, it was decent. It was a good match. It was a good little TV match. It was kind of fun. Not really a lot going on for real, but for what it is, it wasn't bad. I dig it.
All right. That was.
And knowing the House of Black is going to play a role in this, I can't wait.
I know. This was pretty much the House of Black's show right here. They were all over this show, which is great. They really took it over.
Working everybody they see, which is funny as shit.
Yeah, so I thought that was good stuff. It looks like we're gonna get Blackpool Combat Club versus House of Black. There's a lot of stuff we can get out of this. I think we're gonna get Danielson versus Malachi Black, which is a match I've wanted since Malachi Black, was on SmackDown all that time ago and everything like that. So.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
I really can't wait for that.
That was Collision. I thought Collision was solid. I'll give it a B. Thought it was relatively good stuff. I liked, they had an overarching storyline. It was a very significant show because we had 2 returns on that show and everything like that. And we had a hell of an opener and a hell of a main event. That was good stuff. And then it bled over right into Battle of the Belts. I think this is.
Meanwhile, the nigga he's still getting swinged around.
Yeah, he was. And yeah, we had Battle of the Belts 8. We had the same people on commentary. The only difference was JR was on commentary during the main event, and he tagged out and was brought back Kevin Kelly, and they just stayed on commentary the whole show. And then it opened with the international title match. It was Orange Cassidy versus John Silver. During Orange Cassidy's entrance, He gets into a little bit of a scuffle with members of the Blackpool Combat Club, but more particularly John Moxley. So, they're kind of getting that going again, it looks like.
John was about to whoop his ass, bro.
Yeah, he really was.
Did you not see how he looked?
Yeah.
He was like, "You dare to do this?"
Yeah.
He was ready to rumble. I was like, "Damn, bro."
Good. This was a good international title match. I thought they told a good enough story. This was the first time they've had a match with each other since Full Gear 2020, which is insane to think about. And Orange Cassidy won with the Orange Punch. And this is just good stuff. I give the match like a good 3 stars. It was fairly inoffensive, so overall good stuff. Anything you want to say about this match?
Yeah, it was alright. I barely watched though.
I can't blame you. So then next, Adriano Alidolo gets interviewed, and Lexi Nail wants to know what's next for him now that
Nothing.
now that he lost to Bryan Danielson and just had this killer match with him and everything like that. And then eventually CJ comes up and she's looking to get him as a client now. So you know what that means for Andrade Alidolo now? That's going to be Milo's next feud right there. So I liked this. I'm looking forward to an Andrade Alidolo Milo program. How'd you feel about this?
That seems nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Then we had Tony Nese with Smackmont Sterling versus Samoa Joe for the ROH World Television Championship. This was a squash. Samoa Joe destroyed him. Nese really didn't get much offense in. And then, Joe choked him out, and he announces that he's still looking to target MJF. He wants, like, that rematch from the world title and everything like that. So, I like this. This made Joe look strong. I give it, like, 3 stars, but I think this match could have been done with it. I don't think it really needed this match. They didn't even announce that this match was going to happen until, like, the end of Collision. It was like, oh, whoa. They didn't advertise this match at all. But, yeah, how'd you feel about this, the Samoa Joe squash?
I didn't even fucking watch it.
I can't blame you.
Battle Bells. At this point, bro, because they're not even fucking hype. It's like Battle Bells is a cool concept. It's just the fact that like there's nothing fucking interesting in that show at times.
Yeah, I can't blame you. Next was the TBS Women's Title match. It was Chris Statlander defended against Willow Nightingale. Very good. Overall, I liked it. Statlander retained, and then afterwards, she went to shake Willow Nightingale's hand, and Willow Nightingale was contemplating it, and it looked like she was about to, but Sky Blue comes out and tries to cut it off, but Willow Nightingale shakes her hand anyways. So the storyline that looks like that they're trying to tell is that Sky Blue's corrupted, but not Willow Nightingale. So,
Corruption level for, what's her name again? Willow is decreasing by 20 points. So I guess her corruption level is like around 30.
Yeah.
Less than 30 probably. So.
And what about for Sky Blue? Where did it go after Battle of the Belts?
That some bitch went up by like a few fucking points. It's probably at like a 78 at this point. Once she hits 100, you already know what's going on. You already know what's going to happen, bro.
We'll just say that it looks like Sky Blue's got more corrupted than Willow Nightingale.
Yes.
So, the TBS title match was very good. I'll give it like 3 3/4 stars. I do care about this belt a lot more now recently than I have ever since that Jade Cargill Chris Statlander match. I think the prestige of the belt's going up a little bit, but it's still a mid-card title for the women's division for the most part. So.
She's over here like hold the fort, man.
Yeah, she's doing good stuff. And I'll say this too. The reason I don't think they've confirmed anything that's going on is Julia Hart's on a honeymoon right now. So that's why I think they're just waiting for Julia Hart to come back. I think she should be...
Aww.
Yeah, she should be due to come back.
I actually missed her for real, bro. Julia Hart is one of those wrestlers that I'm so happy she found herself.
Yeah.
Like, she went from a cheerleading fucking bimbo to a goddamn goddess.
Yeah.
A dark goddess. So I'm like, hell yeah.
And now it looks like Sky Blue is about to go that same way. So.
Oh, God.
Maybe Willow Nightingale too, but Willow Nightingale less so. So,
If Willow does join the House of Black, she's actually gonna be the first ever Black House of Black member.
yeah, she would be.
That shit gonna be awesome, bro. Let's go.
It doesn't look.
Let's push for it.
The corruption's not there yet, though. She's still
Not there.
Yeah.
But it's gonna come sooner or later.
But yeah, it's once Julia Hart comes back, I think the storyline will really start to pick up some steam. So, but she just said she's got to do a honeymoon thing right now. So she's got to do that. And then Orange Cassidy gets interviewed, and he reveals that there's going to be a tag match set up for Dynamite. It's going to be him and Kazuchika Okada versus Bryan Danielson and I think it's Claudio Castagnoli or Willa Yuta. I forget which one. But I hope it's Claudio because that match would be awesome if it was Claudio. But yeah, I thought this was awesome. And this makes sense because technically Orange Cassidy's in Chaos and Okada's the leader of Chaos. So
you want to know something really fucking interesting?
What's that?
This is Okada's first ever American televised appearance, not counting pay-per-views.
Well, you forgot Impact.
I'm talking about wrestling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because technically he wasn't Okada then. So
yeah, no. Like the thing is that what I mean by first, I meant to say this is his first televised U.S. appearance since he was in Impact.
Yeah.
Well, TNA at the time.
Yeah. So.
And we all know how he feels about TNA, but.
Yeah, that's why he hasn't been back. So.
Nigga hated that.
That's why New Japan didn't do anything with TNA for like a while, by the way. So.
Because they fucked up Okada. It was tragic.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I think Orange Cassidy and Okada are going to be a hell of a tag team. So.
Okada's like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Then we had the main event. It was the AEW World Trios Championship match. It was the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass defended against Daniel Garcia, Cool Hand Ange, and Magic Matt Minogue with Anna Jay ringside. Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed win. Daniel Garcia tried to be good and tried not to do his dance, but eventually just couldn't help himself, and it ended up being his undue when he lost. And Magic Matt Minogue really didn't look happy about this. So, yeah, it's just... I also forgot to mention on Collision, Ruby Soho also had an interview. She had like a weird interaction with Cool Hand Ange. I don't think anything's going to come of it, but she also talked about how she feels like she earns an AEW Women's World title match, or a Women's World title reign and stuff. But she's not going to get a world title reign. So.
I want her to become a champion soon, but I actually like Ruby.
Yeah, but it's not going to happen. So, yeah. Anything you want to say about the AEW World Trios title match? I thought the match was pretty good. I give it like 3.25 stars.
I tried watching it, but I just stopped. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just out of bells. I don't give a fuck.
This show was okay. I'll give it like a C. It just really didn't feel like it really needed to happen. It just kind of felt like it
didn't need to happen.
It felt like they only did it just because they had to. They have it in their contract where they have to do a certain number of episodes of Battle of the Belts. So it just kind of felt like, it still blows. I don't understand how they've done 8 of these. Battle of the Belts has only been around since 2022. How have they done 8 of these already? Like,
I don't know, bro. But if I would have booked Battle of the Belts, I would make it like... I'll probably make it like a Saturday night, a main event type deal, or maybe like a special occasion where not just... I would have contendership matches to be a part of. Like I will literally have the world title, maybe the world title toward the women's world title be on the line, and it's just gonna be like, and I will not book like 20 matches, bro. I will book like a good probably no. Yeah, I will book a good 3 matches on that card. And they're going to take a good amount of time. Like each of them maybe 15 minutes or some shit.
I wouldn't blame you. Yeah, I like that.
Because you also got to factor in all the commercials and bullshit. But yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I mean, I just think. I mean, I don't mind if they do Battle of the Belts. I think the biggest thing is that they just need to make it significant because nothing significant happens on Battle of the Belts, really. So
yeah, just bullshit.
yeah, but let's go through this week's stuff because we have a pretty big episode of Dynamite.
No, we don't.
Sort of. Yeah, we have a few matches announced and things like that. So I'll just go through them real quick. We're gonna have the Dynamite Diamond Ring match where MJF's gonna put up the Dynamite Dozen win against Juice Robinson. Hook and RVD are gonna team up again since it's in
fuck?
Since it's in Philadelphia. I think they're facing John Silver and Alex Reynolds, so that'll be good stuff. Tony Khan has his gift for Stin. He's gonna give Stin something. We don't know what that gift is, but they say it's gonna be
in a Hall of Fame ring.
That'd be funny. So yes, we'll find out what Tony Khan gives Stin. So that would be interesting. We're gonna have an ROH World 6-Man Tag Team Title match. It's gonna be the Young Bucks and Heyman and Page defending against the Hardys and Brother Zay.
That's a bit random, but okay.
Renee Paquette's gonna have a sit-down interview with Chris Jericho. This is gonna be Jericho's first, appearance since he got squashed by Powerhouse Hobbs. So
that man got fucked, bro. That shit was disgusting.
Hikaru Shida is gonna put up an AEW Women's World Title match or Women's World Title on the line against Ruby Soho. Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli are gonna face Orange Cassidy and Kazuchika Okada, and on Rampage, Mike Santana is gonna face Ortiz. So that's gonna be awesome. I just wish it wasn't on. Yeah, I just wish it wasn't on Rampage. Then on the Collision for next week, we got some stuff coming up. We're gonna have. Sorry, this phone, like I said, isn't the best. Nothing was announced, I don't think, for Collision, so never mind. I thought something was, but I guess not. So.
CM Punk returning, anyways. How you doing?
That'd be funny.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
And then we know that on what's it called? At Full Gear, the only match that's still announced right now is MJF is going to put up the AEW World Title against Juice Robinson. So that'll be a thing. So yeah, overall this was we'll see what this week's like for AEW. It's looking like a pretty decent week. It might be another slow week. Just I think once Full Gear starts to get closer, the weeks will intensify, but we have to wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of.
You said you had news coming from AEW, right?
Oh, there is news, I guess. Brock Anderson just quietly got released last week. So
man, I like Brock.
Yeah.
I don't know why he got released, but some bullshit.
Yeah, his.
You know what's crazy though? Ever since Cody left, these like up and comers like Brock, Brian Pillman, Jr. and etc. They haven't been like on TV or doing anything.
Yeah, I think that's just gonna be what happens. I think Cody was pretty influential. Like Fuego del Sol mentioned that when he got signed by AEW, Cody was a more believer than him than Tony Khan was. So I think I think most of the talent that Cody signed and stuff like that, like and Brandy, because Brandy signed some of that talent too, are gonna end up leaving probably to go to WWE and all that type of stuff. So
like that's what made me mad. It's like I really, bruh, even though I haven't seen a lot of Brock Anderson, I wanted to see more of him because not only because he looked like his fucking dad, which is crazy if you can look at him, he does look like his father. But it's the fact that they are just... I want to see them. I want to see them. They seem fucking interesting. They are like fucking... Brock and Brian Pillman Jr. as a tag team is unstoppable.
Yeah, I think that's...
They will tear the house down. I believe in them. And now Tony Khan's like, get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, bro!
And
these are the future.
Yeah. I think Brock's going to. I think Brock Anderson's going to go to WWE now. I think he's going to go, in NXT. So
I wouldn't mind him in WWE, but I kind of want to see him in like MOW.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I really wouldn't mind him in MLKW. I would say like Impact, but I kind of want to see him grow before I throw him in Impact or WWE.
Yeah, I mean, he could go to the NWA obviously too. They just got a TV.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, They just got a TV deal. I think NWA is gonna start signing some people now too because
Brock Anderson for the national championship, bro.
I wouldn't mind that at all. So,
yeah,
he fits the NWA like mold too. So.
Oh God, bro. Having spine bust fucking tired. No, having spine bust like everybody on a Rampage. That should be awesome.
Yeah, but I think it's looking like he's probably gonna go to WWE, which since Brock was released, I do question what's gonna happen with Arn Anderson now if he's gonna be behind him.
I want him to be behind him because I want his father to be with him because that's a son.
Yeah,
Plus, he'll be a great help for him.
I mean, it looks like it's going that way too because Arn Anderson, if you remember, was managing Wardlow, and he hasn't come back since Wardlow's been back. So
I pull up the Glock.
Yeah. So, I feel like too. We'll see what happens with Brock Anderson. I'm trying to think if there was. I really can't think of any. Again, I also didn't really have a phone for one day, so I didn't. I usually have my news that I look up and stuff, but really not a lot of other news really broke down when it came to AEW that I can think of.
AEW news. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. Scotty 2 Hottie gives update on behind the scenes with
he's been working.
Yeah,
he's been working as a producer lately.
So CJ Perry reveals that Nero pushed for her to debut at Wembley. That's pretty interesting.
Well, but she didn't.
Happen in Chicago.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, she hasn't. She needed a 2-year break after WWE.
That's fair.
Nexus King, also knows Brian Pillman Jr. wins because do you think he's gonna fucking lose? I might as well spoil that because it's stupid shit.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna lose.
What happened? Let's see. Bleacher Report, because Bleacher Report is Bleacher Report. I don't give a fuck if they're reliable or not. Buy Full Gear, hell no. Fucked up. I ain't buying no damn pay-per-view. Fuck you.
I'm probably I might have to. Yeah.
Buying a pay-per-view. Ha ha! You funny dog. I ain't buying shit. Headlines. Let's see. Headlines. Well, Eric Bischoff's, talking about.
Yeah, he doesn't like
the retirement of Sting. He's probably like, oh, cool, whatever.
Yeah, because
Swerve speaks about his feud against, Madam Fucking Man.
Yeah, there's nothing really there. Yeah.
Kenny Omega comments on being featured in Captain Laserhawk and Blood. Oh, that fucking Netflix show. Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right. Daniel Garcia confirms that he was originally going to be paired with Bryan Danielson, but Chris Jericho needed him for the JAS.
I really wish they went the other way.
Jericho says he will consider acting in Broadway. As funny.
All right.
Wheeler Yuta expresses a gratitude towards Drew Gulak for mentoring him. That's actually pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
Eric Bischoff highlights why AEW should not allow talent to work the indies. I mean, I'm on the fence of that. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, let them have freedom,
I think Tony Khan's had a good middle ground when it came to that because...
yeah, man, because fucking Bryan Danielson's gonna fight Brian Keith at Defy, which is fucking dope as shit.
Yeah, I think, they've been good about that, and, They also they're good about too, like saying like, hey, you have to leave like pay-per-view weeks, no indies, because that makes sense, because you don't want to hurt yourself before like a big pay-per-view and all that type of stuff. I remember too during the pandemic they had to pull a lot of the talent, because I remember I think it was Joey Janela. I mean, it was never confirmed. Yeah, because he did a lot. He did like a GCW like collective like tour, and I think he caught COVID, which kind of caused a lot of shit to go down. So,
then again, this is Joey Janela, so this man just out of pocket.
Yeah, but I like the fact that they can work indies and then like that. And not everybody works indies. I don't think. I feel like the talent that they're not using too. I don't mind them working the indies. Like Brock Anderson, that would have been perfect for him if he could just
have this nigga spine bust fucking Blue Cane.
Yeah.
But yeah, backstage news on Will Ospreay gearing up for the big bidding war among top wrestling promotions. So basically, it's not only MJF, but Billiam Ospreay.
Yeah, whoever gets him, that's going to be like a game changer. He's talked about now. He would be open to going to TNA, which that would be huge for TNA. He'd be open to going to WWE because now he's working. Now he's open to moving to the States, which and he's open to going to AEW. I really find wherever he goes type of thing, just because I think he's going to be great no matter where he goes. I mean, obviously, I think WWE is probably where I'd like to see him end up, just because I think there's a lot of dream matches he hasn't had, like in Impact and in AEW. He's faced a lot of people I think I would have liked to see him face anyways. I think WWE. Plus, there's a lot of things they can... plus, I also would like it for his body, too, to go to WWE. I think he's just, I think... I don't think his style necessarily would be toned down or anything like that, but I think, like Ricochet, if you remember, was going like I think he's a lot more. His body's probably a lot more healthier since he's joined WWE. But then again, he's also he also wasn't being used properly during that time. So it's like
But you also gotta understand, they do house shows. They never have a break.
It's a little bit more lax than it was before, because I think they just do house shows on weekends now. If you remember, I think they were doing house shows like. Every day, except that wasn't like a TV show or anything like that. So
yeah, but the thing is that the house shows,
you
can get fucked.
I don't know.
I remember that Seth Rollins injury, the house show. I'm like, God damn it, bro.
Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't there, but I saw the video. That shit was nasty.
So.
But Brock Anderson breaks his silence regarding his departure, and he basically said, to those that supported me, can help me, thank you. You're welcome.
That's great.
to my detractors, that's your right to an opinion. All I can do is quote Dustin Rose is keep stepping on to the next chapter, which is fucking cool, man.
Yeah,
at least he's happy, man.
So, I think that's all the news, pretty much. I don't really think that we have any.
There's a lot more, but it's just just random shit. It's just kind of funny to me.
But anyhow, I think that's the end of Spark. Nice little. Yeah, we had 4 shows to do, and I think I think we spent the most time talking about Collision and Dynamite, Rampage, and Battle of the Belts. Rampage, I talked.
Ain't no fucking way this NXT main event about to be fucking 5 minutes. Because it's about to be the time's up. No fucking. They really about to waste my time.
Oh, don't forget, NXT goes to 10:08.
What the?
Yeah.
I already know Becky gonna win.
But anyhow, that's pretty much it, guys. Anything you want to plug or promote before we get off here?
My OnlyFans maybe, but. But like for I would like to sorry, but I saw Noah in the casual conversation chat. I swear to Noah, if you're watching this, you goofy motherfucker. The only thing I gotta plug is PW Cardam Tour. This I have to record for for this week. I'm also recording some shit for Frontline, and I am getting myself ready for something big that I'm going to do.
There you go.
Because I've been pushing this aside for a while. I think this is probably the right time since it's about to be Halloween. And I have a storyline that I'm going to be working on. I might get some other people on it because this is going to be pretty interesting. I don't know if I should say what it is because originally this was supposed to happen. Well, this had a possibility of happening if WIAW wasn't going to be canceled. But I think I'm still going to do it because this shit might be fun as fuck. You'll find out.
We'll see.
It's going to be real interesting.
Hopefully it still can happen. But yeah, as for my stuff, we have a few retros that are out and some of that are going out. The ones that are out right now are WCW Bash at the Beach 2000. James and I recorded that. That was James's last video before he takes his 3-month break from all of YouTube. And then it's not out yet, but it's recorded and everything like that. Chris Dodd and I recorded WCW Halloween Havoc 1995 retro, and then some retros incoming. Thursday night, Zero and I, and potentially Chris if he can, are going to record Halloween Havoc.
You better bring your story ass in this damn joint, bro. I swear to God, bro. I'm gonna smack him. Stop.
Get ready to smack him then.
If he ain't gonna show up, bro, if he ain't gonna show up, I need you to call him every 1 minute just to tell him bring your ass in this damn call.
But we're going to review Halloween Havoc 1998 because I picked that retro, and you just wanted to join in on it because it's a retro I think you wanted to do, so we'll talk about it. So you have to deal with my ass twice this week, which doesn't really happen too much. So, and then
you better not be late, bro.
Huh?
You better not be fucking late to this shit, bro.
Wow. Usually they say you better be early, but you actually want me to be late. That never happens.
No. I say you better not be late.
Oh, better not be late. Okay.
Yeah.
And then on Friday, Chris Dodd and I are going to record Halloween Havoc 1991 retro, and that will be kind of the end of all of the Halloween Havoc retros. And obviously you'll see WWE Aftershock. That will be recorded Saturday, uploaded Sunday, and then next Tuesday, you and I will be recording Spoke, covering everything all the stuff that we just talked about that's going to happen this week. Busy stuff coming on this channel, just really busy. And then the go home week of Crown Jewel, Chris Dodd and I are going to do a Crown Jewel 2021 retro. So, a lot of stuff coming up. So.
Y'all need to do the Greatest Royal Rumble.
We could probably fit. I could put. Hey, if you pick it, I'll see if I can fit that in and do it with you.
I got a few. If you want me to pick some shows.
So if you want to do the Greatest Royal Rumble, we'll do it. So it just has to be filmed and recorded before Crown Jewel 2023. So, but yeah, we'll do it. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. And since it's being recorded in the past, we will talk to you guys in the future.
I'm gonna go beat off now.
Podcast has concluded. Be sure to check out more group discussion as far as AEW content is concerned, and check out more content from For the Win Productions.